How we doing, gamers? Welcome back to the sequel of the Bowser fight, basically. We completed Super Mario 3D World the previous time, and I'm actually taking time at the end of the previous recording to record this right here. But basically that rock right there they just showed, that's basically going to be kind of important for this whole thing. That's basically how we're going to access the bonus world after this. So this episode, this is going to be bonus world focus. Maybe we'll get some other coins and stuff, the stars and some of the other levels, but they are going to terraform this right here. They're going to use all their power right here. And now, it's magically a rocket ship, which we will take to space. Alright, fresh new recording now. This is the rocket ship. This is how you get into space, and we're gonna find that space, it works a little bit different in this game than it does in real life. And by that, I mean that we are suspended in air here with the water, I guess, if you can call it that, whatever this substance is that we're walking on. And that we're not immediately dead, because it's very cold in space and whatnot, and there's no oxygen up here and whatnot, but screw science, you know? It doesn't matter here in Mario and everything. Probably for the better, to be honest. We wouldn't be able to do much in this game if science were actually a thing. But anyways, yeah, these are going to be the bonus levels right here. This is going to be one world worth of them. And, yeah, we're gonna meet quite a legend later in this episode. Quite a legend indeed. Absolutely marvelous. Yeah. Let's grab a stamp real quick. This is gonna be from the previous world, I'm guessing. Or not. It's actually Cat Mario. Okay, that's chill. That's right, we did collect all the Sprixie princesses, so yeah, there was no princess to save except all of them, and you know, we kind of already have all the stamps of all of them, so that wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense. We got our lad Captain Toad right here. Go watch the Captain Toad series. I promise this will be the last time I plug it with this guy in this game. That's probably going to be a very hard Captain Toad level, if I'm being realistic here. All these levels are going to be really hard. But anyways, let's dive into this one. Rainbow Run. Not to be confused with Rainbow Road. Oh yeah, and this is World Star, by the way. They've just said screw it with basically everything, as I said before. No more numbers anymore. We're beyond numbers now. Now we're gonna see just how many stars we can collect from this. These stars are going to be required later, and very soon actually, for a lot of the other levels that are gonna require a whole bunch of stars. So far, no stars yet. We've nearly died a couple times. Kinda like that right there. Because, yeah, you can't stay still in this level if you couldn't already tell. Anyways, take two. I don't even think there are any mushrooms in this level. That sucks, unless I'm wrong right here. Oh no, yeah, I'm very wrong. That's good. That's amazing right there. We love to see that. I need one of those, because I do not want to be going through these levels with, like, no power-ups whatsoever. And there it is. There's a teleport box. We'll use that. And now we've got a Plessy section. Very nice. No stars yet, so we probably missed one right there because of the checkpoint and everything. There's typically one before and two after. There's the stamp. We'll take that. That's not really off the beaten path at all, really. And now I see a star over there. We can potentially get that, assuming we're quick enough and we don't die. So let's just get on with it. I already missed a coin. That's fun. Oh, geez. They're all the way over here. That's fun. That's amazing. Nice, nice. Will I be alive to actually get the star? Yes, I will be. That's good. I like being alive to, you know, actually get the star. Although it's looking very, very uncertain there, to say the least. But anyways, yeah, it's the last star, actually. That was really clutch right there. Holy moly. Now, we gotta time this swing here pretty correctly right here. We do not want to touch any of the enemies. Or do any of that. At least we get to see our friend Plessy again, that's for sure. I love Plessy, and you should too. This is the Plessy fan club channel. I reckon this right here is looking a little suspicious, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is actually where the second star is. You light both of these up with the fire flower, which we obviously don't have, if you could take one glance at Luigi here. But yeah, we'll have to come back here with a fire flower at some point, assuming we can actually keep it through all of this crap going on right here. This level is actually crazy, like with the jumps and whatnot. That's why this is a bonus level, as opposed to a level you need to beat to get to Bowser. So, yeah, we're gonna die and die and die again. I can just tell it. I can see it with my own 2 eyes right now. And we have finally reached the teleport box after all of that going on right now. What's this? We got some P buttons here for some coins, some very well-deserved coins. Oh man, it's one of these, so this one gives infinite coins, so yeah, I really wish we brought like a power-up or something where we could just hover like right out here, like the cat suit maybe, I guess. Plus Peach's air stall, that would be pretty nice, but unfortunately we did not get as many coins as I wanted there. It would be amazing if we got all the coins, if that's even possible, but yeah. That's one bonus level done. And to commemorate that event, we now have a stamp of the flagpole, which is a little bit of a decision, an odd decision by Nintendo right there, but it is what it is. Up next, we have a whole bunch of red and blue platforms called Super Galaxy. And they sure do love to flip, and we got a new enemy in here too that is unkillable without a ground pound, so that's fun. And I have already found a way to die within like the first minute of being here. It's so fun. I might honestly take time to go off camera and stuff and just collect some extra lives just for the sake of like not getting a game over in the episode, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's see if I can not die here. This better have a power up. No, it doesn't. There's a coin. That's fun. There better be... Oh my goodness, that was close right there. That was a very close call. As I was saying, there better be a power up somewhere in this level, because if there's not, I'm gonna be a little bit sad. But there's a star right there. You reckon we could get that, potentially? I'm gonna take a swing at it, you know. Assuming I'm actually alive. Alright, take 3. This time, we're gonna try to not die, I guess. And take out as many of the blue things as we can. Holy frick. And I just made it impossible. That's great. I love that. That's amazing. Alright, now this, it looks like we're gonna have to run. Run for our lives right here for some coins. Luckily, we got some dash pads here to help do so. We've got to jump for our lives right here, too, on these blue platforms. Now, oh my goodness. That is some devious level design right there, but nevertheless, I was able to get through it. We got a lot of Lumas around here. Gee, I wonder who could be waiting for us at the end. That sure would be crazy if it were Rosalina or something. Let's see if there's anything up there. Yes, there is. There's a little bit of coins. Got some hidden blocks right here, I reckon. It could be the location of a star, you know? I do see a rotating platform up there, too. Luigi's jump needs to cooperate. Thank you. Okay. Oh man, this looks like it could be quite hard. Oh my goodness, it's the stamp. Dude, you gotta do that with like the cat suit or something. Like, there's no way you can do that just by jumping, and I just blew another life right there. Great! You probably can't get that without the cat suit, so for these levels, we're gonna have to utilize some outside power-ups, because I highly doubt any of these levels are actually gonna give us the power-ups we need to get this stuff, so yeah, not getting hit is gonna kind of be a little bit more essential in these than normal. You know, we got a star right there. It's kind of a freebie, but at the same time, kind of not, because we got all this crap happening right here. But there we go. Not enough to take me out, I guess. No power-ups to be seen either from any of the blocks right there. That is the gateway to the next level. Oh my goodness, it's Rosalina. Holy frick. Oh man, that's crazy. I could have never predicted that. Absolutely not. Super Mario Galaxy 3, people. This is Super Mario Galaxy 3. Canon, 100%. And now I believe we get a new playable character. Yes, we got Rosalina, the legend herself, literally amazing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play with her for the rest of the series, not gonna lie. Because, she has this really cool attack where she can do, if you hit a button, she like spins around and it can take out some enemies without the use of a power-up whatsoever, or just jumping and risking your life and whatnot, so I think we need to start a level, actually, to do that real quick. So, hold on, I've never actually used this function in the game before, but yeah, if you tap B right here, you can switch characters before the level. It's pretty swell. But there it is right there, you can do this with Rosalina. It's pretty chill, unless you're an enemy and you're like right next to her. She does not have an air stall, but that is completely okay. Can we get up there? I reckon we might be able to. If we wall jump and then do that right there. Perfect. Not sure if that's intended by Nintendo, but there we go. We got a solid 9 coins for that. Now, this level is going to have a whole bunch of instant death. It's my favorite, you know? And by that, I mean just a whole bunch of void below us and moving platforms. A true classic. Alright, what do we have going on here next? Are we ever going to get any power-ups that would be nice? You know, as I always say, I do see some blocks right here that might have some. And they do not. That's great. Amazing. Oh, is that a double jump you can do? Hold on. No way, she can double jump too. That's great. Probably is gonna become essential for some of the other levels coming up too, because they're only gonna get harder from here on out. Anyways, what do we gotta do here? We got this. Are we supposed to bring this to the right? Because there's a wall right there. Yeah, we can't bring it all the way to the right, so I'm guessing this was intended to actually go to the left. It's this right here that we're supposed to bring to the right and whatnot. And there it is. There's a box for a star. We're gonna try and get it. No, man, it's really up there. Let's see if we can try and get it. There we go. And there's an extra life there, too. Holy frick. Do you think we could maybe have gotten those in one run? That would be crazy. What do we have going on here? Not liking the way these birds are looking at me, not gonna lie here. You know, they seem rather aggressive. Finally, land at last. What do we have here? I want to see what's going on ahead of us. That would answer my question right there. That is what's going on ahead of us. We got a star over there. I know one of the easier stars to get if within, like, the vicinity of these levels, you know, on this scale and everything. Alright, you. Let me roll you right on up here. There we go, and that's the second one. So we might get out of this with all 3 stars, which is amazing. It's going to become more essential as things go on and whatnot. Ooh, power up! That's a rare sight. Let's take that. We have Boomerang Rosalina. Absolutely fantastic. Beautiful. Amazing. Truly the most deadliest force in the universe itself. Assuming I don't immediately die here because I let the thing go too far to the right. What is this right here? I feel like you're supposed to go up, but this right here. Oh my goodness, it's a secret. There's a button here. We gotta press it. And voila, there it is. There's the stamp. We'll take that. No star, unfortunately. I kind of like the star. We got a whole bunch of these purple things right here that we gotta hit with the boomerang, and they just respawn and do that to you. Alright, what do we have going on here? We better have a power-up right here. Or not. That's fine, I don't need power-ups. I've got that raw talent. Oh, and apparently there's a double cherry somewhere in this level. We got a pressure plate right down there. That requires 2 of us, so that's quite interesting, I guess. But, yeah, that's the end of the level right there. Is the star in sight? I don't think I see it anywhere. It's just gone. And you know what? I'm gonna use my brain here. I think we needed the double cherry, and that frickin' pressure plate, that's what goes to the star. So, yeah, we can't go back there, so it's time to just end the level. At least we played as Rosalina. Alright, level 3. Let's see it. The Great Goal Pole. I think I might know what this is. I think that you chase the goal pole, potentially, in this. Yeah, you do. And you gotta catch up with it in the time limit. It's like the most creative level in this whole game. Yeah, I was right. There it is. It's just taken off. It does not want us to beat the level, that's for sure. Now, I'm not sure if we're gonna have to, like, catch up with this thing or not. Or if it's just gonna, I don't know, trip and fall or something, and that's how we get it and whatnot. But, yeah, I'm gonna try avoiding the dash pads here, because I think that could really mess up our run here. We'll take that. Now it's time to continue on the pursuit. I think the guy actually kind of waits for us in the distance if we're taking too long. Ooh, star, we'll take that. I don't think this level is infinite right here. I think you gotta eventually it's gonna run out of time and whatnot. Eventually it's gonna run out of ability to run. We're actually getting really close to it. Oh! You can end the level early. And it looks like we had a little bit more level to go right there, too. So, yeah, we completed that. I think within, like, the nick of time right there, too. Like, 15 seconds remaining, so... Yeah, that's a cool level right there, I guess. We didn't get everything from it, though, which sucks, but... Actually, we got a lot from that level. Minus the 3rd star, so we gotta go back and whatnot, but... Up next, we're gonna play the Captain Toad level to end off the video right here. Captain Toad takes a spin. We're gonna see what that means, I guess, with this level. We've got a lot of enemies in here, that's for sure. Where are we gonna spawn? We're gonna spawn right here. Very nice. Now, I'm guessing what we gotta do is these buttons right here. Yeah, they rotate the level. And then, we gotta avoid the enemies and rotate it to our advantage so that we can get all the stars. Am I actually going to have the brain power to figure that stuff out? Hopefully I do. I know I've beaten this level before, but that was a long time ago. Like a long time ago. Very long time ago. Practically like in the ancient days, if you really think about it. But anyways, I see another star right down there we can fall to, but yeah, we won't be trapped if we go down there. But where's the button we're supposed to hit? Oh, there it is, right there. It's on the very bottom. Okay, now we've got a new platform right here. It doesn't look like we can access any of the stars, but we can access that other button right down there. Wait, could we have hit? No, we couldn't have hit that one, because, like, that's all on the wall behind us right now. So, yeah, that is a new button right there. We'll press that. Aw, I missed the star right there. Could I have even gotten to that, though? I guess I could have, so we're gonna have to go back for that. That's gonna be some time wasted. Anything to get here, though? Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. There's another one right there. Do you think I can squeeze in between these two dudes right here, though? I got hit earlier because their hitbox is a little bit weird, but there we go. We got that. Mushroom! Mushroom, I can't get you. I'm very sad by that. I'm very depressed. And we just died. See, that's my depression right there. 62 lives to go, though. I really don't think it's much of a big deal here, but yeah, there we go. We'll just have to do what we did again, but this will give us an opportunity to, you know, not make mistakes. Yeah, so this right here is where I got hit. That guy actually doesn't touch the walls right there, so I tried to slide in that little space between the wall and, you know, the edge right there, and it didn't go as planned, to say the least. I'm a little... I guess I can see it, because I technically, like, really brushed up against the guy right there, but still, like, there's a little bit of space right there. I know I'm not blind or anything, but anyways, let's get our third star right down here. We're gonna fall off. And be careful not to press that P button right there until we get the star. What do we have going on right here? I think what we gotta do is we gotta time the pressing of this button. Kinda like that. Beautifully timed, and then that's the 5th star. Okay, so the 4th star is right below us. Okay, so we gotta figure out a way to rotate it a different way. Not like that. Kind of the opposite of this, to be honest, because there's no way in heck I'm gonna be able to get up there. Alright, I reckon we hit this button right here, and there we go. It's actually the star we got earlier, too, so I don't know how I missed that. But anyways, we'll grab that, and Captain Toad is now magically immune to the enemies. I don't know if you saw there for a brief moment, but he's a little built different when he has all 5 of the stars, so nothing can hurt him. Lore about Captain Toad aside here, I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more shenanigans in this game. Still gonna be putting out more episodes beyond this. We're just gonna keep playing until I don't have the brain power anymore to find all the stars and whatnot, so... Yeah, this is not gonna be the only bonus world, by the way. There's gonna be another one, and I think another one after this, potentially, so... Yeah, see you later, I guess.